Is everyone in prison guilty? From my experience, the people that I met in prison were guilty of something. Like, I never met anyone that was completely innocent. I did meet some people that were way overcharged, and I'll give you an example. So, when it comes to drug dealing, if you were to deal, I don't know that much about sizes of drugs or anything, but let's say that you sold somebody an ounce or a gram of cocaine, and the government believes that you did that for 2 years. And so they can take and they can charge you with what they call ghost dope, which is they say this is the quantity over 2 years that they sold, even though they only have evidence of this much. And so that's challenging because in order to get the bigger, longer sentence, let's say they want to get a 10 or 20 or 30-year sentence, they have to do the math and make it look a lot bigger. But if you would have never sold the drugs in the first place, you wouldn't have opened yourself up to be vulnerable to what the government can do. So that was difficult for me, right? Because I was involved in these real estate transactions and the government thought that I had used straw buyers or people's credit, which isn't what happened. But at the end of the day, I had signed some documents saying I was going to move into some homes that I didn't. And so that's what they got me on, right? But there was a lot of other things that I did. It was just complicated. So there's a lot of people in prison that feel like it's unfair because they were charged with things they didn't do. But at the end of the day, we did something. Giving the government that much power to these laws, like, for example, money laundering, mail fraud, wire fraud, okay? If you sign an application and say that you're going to move into a house and don't, and that application is an FDIC bank, it says right on the application, federally insured, now they can, because it went across state lines, it's federal, they can charge you with money laundering, mail fraud, and wire fraud. That's the crazy thing about it. And they can give you years and years in prison. So it's a little bit confusing and complicated because most people in prison feel like they were done dirty. And for me, I just had to own the fact that I put myself in here. If I wouldn't have made the mistakes that I made, the government would not have had the power to do what they did.